me and Jim Ross were watching this podcast, kind of like mine, and it was this dark emo kid who had this Chris Canyon Martis t-shirt on. What? Chris Canyon? What? And I couldn't believe it. On the back, it had Matt Taven. I don't even know where you get one of those. What? The Purple Warrior from DCW, Danny Vallow, Dill Von Satin, Dylan, whatever the hell you want to call him. And then his partner in crime, one of the biggest AEW marks I've ever seen. One of the biggest AEW marks, I'll tell you what. She loves Jack Perry. What? She loves Kenny Omega. What? She loves the Young Bucks. What? She loves Okada. What? Her name was Lyssie. Oh my God, it was the Talkin Wrasslin podcast, and you're all about to take a listen to it right now. Oh, hell yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Talkin Wrasslin. I'm your host for today's episode, Lyssie, and I'm joined here with my co-host, Dylan. Dylan, say hi.
Dylan, say hi.
Dylan, say hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome back, guys. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me grab my notes here. So it doesn't look like we have
there was really no news.
Any news.
Yeah, there's like no news this
which
week.
is insane.
It's just reviewing wrestling this week.
So yeah, we don't have any news. We'll be talking a little bit about NXT, a little bit about Dynamite, a bit about SmackDown, which I missed. So
yeah,
there was a couple things that I did see though, and whatnot. Revolution predictions we'll be doing, the Elimination Chamber, and then Wrestler of the Week, who's my pick that I still haven't picked yet. I have an idea though. I have an idea, and I don't think we've had this person, so
okay.
I think we'll be all right. However, Dylan, I know it's gonna be a long one. How was your week?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty wild.
Why don't you tell Bryce, our viewer, about it?
I finally got a new car.
Dylan got a new car this week. Not today, but a couple days ago. Yesterday, I think, actually.
Yeah, yesterday.
So, I mean, we're recording this on Sunday. This will be uploaded Tuesday, hopefully. Should be uploaded Tuesday. So, yeah, Saturday, he got a new car.
Saturday the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
The day of Elimination Chamber.
It sure was.
Yep.
Why don't you tell people about it? I mean, you don't have to, like, go into specifics as to, like, if you don't want to about
Yeah, here's my VIN number.
Yeah.
My license plate number. Everything. This is how much I paid. It's a nice car.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were,
It's an SUV, I'll say that.
Yeah. Dylan was looking to get an SUV. There's a couple different, like, car types we were looking at. Not necessarily, like, of not SUVs. But, like, you know, like, we were looking at, like, Jeeps and, what were the other, the Subaru Crosstreks we were looking at a little bit. Like, different types of cars and whatnot, that Dylan kind of had in mind. And I saw this one, I should say, on the internet, at a place that's not too far from here, and was like, Dylan, check this one out. This one's pretty cool. And then the one day, earlier in the week, we were just kind of like, we were both off, or I didn't have to go into work till later, whatever it was. And we were like, fuck it, let's just drive around. It was actually the day that it was the day that everything, like, happened, and we're like, okay, we're good to go look for a car now. That everything was, like, secured.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, okay, we're all good. We can go look at this. We can go look at cars now. So we drove around to, like, a couple different places and whatnot. And we ended up at the place where I saw the car. And I said to Dylan, I was like, let's just look. Let's just go look. Because we were looking online. But I was like, sometimes, like, maybe they don't have their whole inventory updated online. Maybe they just got some new stuff or whatever. We ended up going, looking. People were super fucking nice. Mm-hmm. So fucking nice. And Dylan ended up getting the car that I sent him.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty cool. But I don't know, like, talk about some stuff.
I have not much to talk about. Got a new car. I like it. It drives. And I like it.
Yeah.
It has a sunroof.
Yeah. I think your dad's jealous of it a little bit.
A little bit.
I think my dad's jealous of it a little bit.
A little bit.
Although my dad has a brand new Jeep, so.
I was gonna say your dad and my dad's cars are newer than this one, but still.
It's still probably like a cool new car.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Yeah. Anything else fun, interesting happened during your week?
No, just a PSA for people. If you're gonna go to like retail stores, use your common sense. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. Because like I'm sick and tired of working in adult daycare. That's all it is. I'm sure Lissy can fucking.
Yeah, welcome to the coffee shop that I work at. Cause
God, people just use your fucking heads. Anyway.
Thanks for visiting the coffee shop I work at. Thanks for sitting in my drive-thru for 5 fucking minutes to tell me something's wrong with your order, but not letting us know that anything's wrong and not driving around to just come into the store to tell us.
Like, look, not to sound mean. I barely fucking know you. You don't need to stand at my cash register for 10 fucking minutes trying to turn it into a therapy session. I'm not going to help you.
Oh, I love when people do that because I love staring at them as they're telling me these things, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that's rough. Anyway, your total is.
Yeah, that's all.
Cash
I don't
card.
care. Like, fucking, your total is.
Oh my god, I remember the one time like a lady was telling me about like when I was working at the mall. I think it was Hot Topic I was working at, and this lady was just telling me about like how her husband was dying, or whatever, and I'm like, this is really heavy, and I feel bad because like.
This is too much.
I think it was like 17 or 18 when this was happening too. It's like, I feel bad because clearly you just need someone to talk to and you're just talking to this random fucking goth chick at fucking Hot Topic. But I don't know what to do and I need to finish this transaction because there's other customers. I'm very sorry about everything. But
or like, if you're walking into my store and you are just asking to use the fucking bathroom when there's a McDonald's across the street that has public restrooms, go to McDonald's. We're not going to unlock the door for you. We don't fucking trust fucking people coming into our store because they just blow up the fucking bathroom. And don't get mad when I say the bathroom's out of order. Don't stand there for 5 minutes acting all offensive about it. Just fucking leave and go to McDonald's. You can get food too. And you know what? If you're looking to... This is going to sound fucked up. I do apologize. This doesn't need to be said. If you're fucking looking to snort a fucking line, just do it at McDonald's. They won't fucking know.
Mm-mm. Don't care.
Don't go to Turkey Hills because they have the special lights in there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, Leslie, how was your week?
Oh my god, how the fuck was my week? My week is... It's been something.
Yeah?
It sure has been something.
Tell the viewing audience.
Well, I can't really talk too much about specifics, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on at work that are happening, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't really want to talk too much publicly about it, but it's just been very stressful. Because, you know, everyone's been on edge. Everyone's been back and forth with each other, and, you know, visits from higher ups is happening, and it's just a lot. You know, you never want to see your higher ups walk through the door and just start talking to people that work there, secretly. So it's a lot. But I mean, aside from that, it's been pretty good. I had 2 of my coworkers over at the apartment the other day, and they got to meet the cats, and they were in love with the cats. And my one coworker said that our collection is very impressive, because she was like, because she collects anime figures, I believe. I believe she collects anime figures and stuff. And she was like, my collection's pretty good, but this is impressive. And I'm like, thanks, we're broke all the time because we have a shopping problem and we have a collecting problem. But it is what it is, you know? Got my passport in the mail, then literally in like an hour or 2 promptly thought I lost my passport in a Target parking lot. So that was really cool. Sold a couple things, got a couple dollars, paid a couple bills, waiting for that tax return to hit, built a Lego set.
Bought snacks.
Bought some snacks, found the twisty marshmallows that are my favorite type of marshmallows. And also, if you never had these, Dylan hasn't, and he probably won't like them. This is for a very specific, select few people. if you really love cheap chocolate, I love cheap chocolate. I don't know why. Like waxy chocolate.
Ugh.
I fucking love waxy chocolate. Don't know why. The taste of it is so fucking good to me.
Ugh.
I don't care that it coats the top of my mouth with a film. In fact, I want it to. That's the type of chocolate I'm talking about.
Ugh.
If you like cheap fucking chocolate and marshmallow, and you haven't had these, go to like, where was it? Family Dollar?
No, it was Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Go to your nearest Dollar Tree. Or maybe like a Family Dollar or Dollar General. They might also have them. But I mean,
yeah, all those stores usually have them.
Yeah.
Types of chocolates.
I've had these so many times, and I saw them today, and I had to buy them. They are the only eggs you'll ever be able to buy for $1 in this day and age. Well, $1.25 because there's a little bit of inflation. And they're chocolate-covered marshmallows in the shape of an egg, and they come in like a legitimate carton, like a styrofoam carton. Mine's yellow. I know there's a couple different brands out there that do them, but the one that I got's like a yellow carton. They're so fucking good. And I got them today, and I was so fucking excited about it. So I just want to tell anyone out there, if you want some cheap-ass, fucking waxy-ass fucking chocolate, because you're a fucking weirdo like me, no one else seems to get the fucking hype but me, go buy these, because they're fucking delicious.
Or like you're doing Easter shopping for your kids, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, the 4-year-old kid would love a carton of eggs.
Honestly, like, I think the first time I ever had them, I was living, well, it was when I was still going back and forth between my dad and my mom's house, and I was at my mom's house for the week, and I think we were living at her second apartment, which was, like, actually fucking insane. This apartment, like, so much fucking shit happened. Me and my brother had to share a room for the past, like, 2 places that we lived, but we had to share a room in this apartment, and we would always like stay up and like watch like Metalocalypse and shit, and wrestling and whatnot. And this was like the time when like my mom's like alcohol like consumption and drug consumption was at like the highest. Like literally trash bins filled within 2 days of just like bottles and cans. Crazy. And anyway, my point is my mom was spending a lot of money on alcohol and stuff we didn't need, and not enough on food. So she got these eggs. It was around Easter. She got these chocolate marshmallow eggs. And I was like, these shits fucking slap. And I just fucking love them. They're one of my favorite little, like, cheap-ass fucking treats. You get 12 of them for $1.25. They can't be good quality, but they're incredible.
When you were a kid, did you used to do, like, anything crazy for Easter? Like, Easter egg hunts or, like, example, like, when we were kids, like me, my brother and sister, my dad and stepmom, they would hide our Easter baskets and do like a scavenger hunt.
So
around the house and and shit.
I'm sure we did Easter egg hunts. I probably went over like friends' houses and stuff.
Yeah, like
and
I've gone to Easter egg hunts at like like when I was a kid, like the local church before I knew what religion was. Not to get into that, but would always like I just remember like the big field in the church parking lot. You would have Easter egg
most I ever remember is the one time. It wasn't really like I think necessarily a scavenger hunt, but I think the one time my parents, this is when they were still together, my parents like did a trail of candy to our Easter basket. So like the trail started from like our rooms, and then like we had to follow the trail to find it. And I only remember this because I don't even know if they sell them anymore. And I don't mind saying this because I don't think it's like super duper local to us. I think it's the Pennsylvania thing. There were these little white chocolate carrots from Gertrude Hawk's, and there was a bunch of them like in this line, and I thought that they were the cutest fucking things, and I remember always fucking wanting them. And then come to find out later on in my life, I'm not like the biggest white chocolate fan, but they're like super fucking cute.
I love white chocolate.
Well, maybe we should go to a Gertrude Hawk's and see if they have those, because they're really cute. And it was just solid white chocolate.
You witnessed me fiending for white chocolate today.
Yeah, Dylan was losing his mind over white chocolate. But it's actually funny, because I'm going to go into so much fucking trauma if I keep talking with I'm talking. I remember the one year when I was probably like 16 and not mentally well. I'm still not, but like I was really not mentally well. I remember I asked my dad and my noni to not give me chocolate for Easter, and I asked for a basket of fruit.
Did you really?
And I got it.
Did you get a fruit basket?
I got a whole fruit basket.
That's wild.
I got a whole fruit basket for Easter the one year.
That's cool,
I was
though.
thrilled.
That's cool,
Oh,
though.
yeah,
Like,
no, I was fucking over the moon about it.
Like, even, I never really thought of that. Like, I was never mentally well in that aspect of things and whatnot. But, like, I never really thought of that. Like, oh, bro, can I just have a fruit basket?
Yeah,
like,
no,
fuck.
the one year I was just like, can you just
that.
get... And the thing is, the funniest part about it, too, is, like, obviously, like, I'm still living with my dad. So, like, we just brought it home, and then we just had fucking fruit. So,
yeah,
like...
but, like, that's cool as fuck. Getting
Yeah.
a fruit basket? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember, like, what all was in it, but, like, I mean, I love most of, if not all, fruits. So, like, you know, there was probably some kiwis in there, or peaches. I don't even know if peaches were really in season. Like, fucking... anything. Apples, pineapples,
That's
you name
cool
it, it
as
was
fuck.
probably in
A
there.
whole
Bananas,
whole
like,
ass
just a bunch of
fruit
fucking
basket.
fruits. And it was so fucking cool. I mean, we still get chocolate now for, like, Easter and whatnot. And one thing I always wanted, and I never got it because I never realized how expensive they were, and I still want one day. So if you ever really love me, and you want to get me something that'll, like, really, like, make me the happiest person on the planet, because I've never gotten one and really want one, is an edible arrangement.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really fucking want edible arrangements so fucking bad. I don't even know if we have one locally anymore.
I don't think
but
so.
I want one so fucking bad. Because it's just little fruit cut out like flowers and stuff. And some of them are chocolate dipped.
It's wild.
Yeah, I want one. But they're like fucking $80.
Yeah.
They're fucking
Edible
ridiculous.
arrangements are expensive.
But like, I don't know, for my birthday or something, if you ever want to get me one, you can get me one.
Yeah?
Because I'm not a big flower person. I'm really bad at taking care of plants. Unless you want to get me Lego flowers. Which are cheaper than the edible arrangements.
Yeah.
Anyway, we kind of went a little bit off topic. My week has been stressful but fun. Lita update, because I feel like we've been talking a lot about her. She has continuously been trying to eat thumbtacks, or push pins, I should say. So I had to go through the apartment, remove all the push pins within her reach, and put flat back thumbtacks and things, and she has stopped trying to rip them out of the walls.
We literally had to baby-proof this house.
We have started baby-proofing this house because she is fucking insane, and she's just sitting there looking at us right now.
She's like our third guest today.
Oh my god, yeah, she's just hanging out.
She's just shit chilling.
I also have a very big Kuromi chair that, if you've seen them viral on the internet, you probably know the ones I'm talking about. But it has, like, the Kuromi ears on it, and she has now started climbing on that. Don't know why she's fucking doing that, but she just is. But she is still a very good girl, even though she is a fucking menace to society and gives me heartburn. She's just laying on top of the cat tree. Aww.
Big gun.
I have to buy so many things to this apartment. I have to buy a new cat tree. I gotta get a fucking rug for the living room. I gotta start decorating the bathroom. So much shit to do.
So much shit.
So much shit to do. But one thing that we do have to do that's not going to cost me any money is get into this fucking podcast. So, with that being said, unless you have anything else you want to talk about this week, we can talk about NXT.
Let's talk about NXT.
Let's talk about NXT. So, I missed this because I was working, and I also really don't pay attention to NXT, as I've said multiple times on this podcast.
No, you were here watching NXT. This is when the Hardys were there.
Oh my god, I was watching this.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention to this first thing that we're going to be talking about, if I'm going to be so fair with you. I think I was playing Pokemon TCGP.
You probably were.
So, NXT this week, we are going to be talking about Moose versus Lexis King. The Heritage Cup is the best looking belt in WWE. They're talking about the history of the X Division title. You'll love to see it.
Yes, they're talking about the X Division title, and you love to see it. And yes, the Heritage Cup. That's not a belt.
It's not a belt. It's
literally a trophy.
a trophy cup. Yeah.
It's the best looking belt in WWE.
I just like that he carries it around with him, man.
That's the whole point of it.
I love it.
He's the Heritage Cup champion.
Okay, because, like, you'll see people win the cups in wrestling. Like, not like, okay. So there was the Andre the Giant Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the Owen Hart Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And the Owen Hart Cup, they have belts.
Well,
Did they have an actual title?
I think there's
I
think there's like some
trophy?
sort of trophy too.
Right? And like in AEW, they'll still like carry the belt out for a couple weeks after the Owen Cup. But they don't actually carry the trophy out. And same thing with I'm pretty sure same thing with the Andre Cup.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that.
No, for a while they did the weird thing of like someone won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and whoever the winner was for like a little bit after that, the trophy would just be like at ringside for their matches.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when WWE does weird shit like that, it's really weird.
So like I'm just saying, like in recent memory of at least American wrestling, it was probably different over in Japan, but in American wrestling, they've won the cups and they're like, oh, here it is, and then it's gone forever.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
but
cool
like,
that they're doing it.
It's not even that. It's just the Heritage Cup is like WWE NXT's version of the Pure title.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that they don't have a belt. It's a legit trophy.
Which is cool.
And like back in the day, OVW, like Cornette's OVW, they had the hardcore title, right? But it wasn't even a belt. It was a trash can.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Cornette.
And I think, Bryce, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a KWA thing. Where they were going to do like the KWA TV title or some shit. I wasn't around for this at this point. And the title was going to be a TV. And I think like that's why Corey always came out with a TV. I could be wrong. But I feel like Corey did tell me that. Bryce, as you're listening to this, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because that's like KWA lore like that we need to talk about.
Okay. Yeah, Bryce, when you come down soon enough, hopefully, you're guesting on our podcast again. I hope you know that.
Oh, he already knows.
Okay, good. Anyway, is there anything you want to say about this match between Moose versus Lexis King? Because, again, I'm sorry, but I really was not paying attention to this match, so I really don't have anything to say aside from the fact that Lexis King looks like a fucking idiot.
I mean, it was nothing special, but, like, it's just cool that the X Division title is being featured.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I like that they were talking about the history of it and everything. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, because they're in a partnership and everything.
Well, yeah.
So I'm just going to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's recording. It makes sense because they're in a partnership and everything, so you expect them to talk about it. And I mean, obviously, Vince hasn't been a part of WWE in a hot minute now, so, you know, things are different, things are going to be different. But stuff like that is still fucking crazy for me to hear from WWE television, because for the longest time, WWE did not recognize any other wrestling outside. They didn't even really recognize the word wrestling, literally, at all. So it's still just crazy for me to be like, wow, they're really talking about this on WWE TV. This is kind of fucking insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. And yeah, who won this match?
Oh, Moose did.
Moose won? Okay.
Yeah, Moose did.
Was it for the X Division title? Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense then.
Because if I'm correct, let me look. I forget the exact stipulation, but they're doing so NXT's having Roadblock coming up. Like that's their like next PLE for NXT is Roadblock. And
did you see Ricky's fucking render on that fucking poster?
Yes.
It's so bad.
Oh, okay. So the main event is going to be Obafemi versus Moose for the NXT Championship, not the X Division title, just the NXT Championship. The Hardys versus Fraxium for the TNA Tag Team titles. And then this is the one. A winner takes all match. It's the NXT Women's title and the NXT North Americans title between Julia and Stephanie Vecchier. Yeah.
Already a pretty solid lineup for that.
Yeah. Oh,
what are you doing?
I hate when fucking people text me links and it pops up in my Google. So I hate it sitting there, so I fucking delete it.
Well, speaking of the Hardys, they're still the GOATs.
Yes, they showed up.
Yeah, so they had a match against
No Quarter Catch Crew.
Yep, yep, those people.
Yep.
And obviously they weren't doing as per usual, you know what to expect with the Hardys in the year of 2025. You know, they're not doing the crazy Hardy shit.
Yes, they were.
But they were doing like their biggest hits.
I saw Jeff Hardy go to the rafters and do a 450.
Yeah, he's actually still falling as we're talking right now. But obviously not doing the crazy Hardy shit as they always are. But they hit their best moves and whatnot, and they weren't really missing any steps, anything like that. So, really good match. And it was really cool to see them with the TNA tag belts in a fucking WWE show.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't want to say it felt wrong, because I don't necessarily think it felt wrong.
It was
the way
just
of putting
crazy.
It was weird. It was like, whoa, like, what year are we in right now? Like, what the fuck? I was saying to Dylan, I mean, like, as a joke, of course, because I fucking love Matt Hardy, but I was like, do you think the fans know about his knees? Do you think they know how he waddles to the ring now?
This is just one step closer to them doing stuff on the main roster, and then them getting into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, which they fucking deserve. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that they're happy doing what they love and that they're still able to do what they love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might not be the Hardys that we necessarily grew up with, but they're still doing great. They still look great in the fucking ring. So there's really not too much to complain about there. Ricky Saints justified Tony fumbled chance. Was there Tony fumbled chance?
They were yelling, Tony fumbled.
Well, oh god, yeah. Oh
which
god,
is
yeah. Are you
so
kidding me?
fucking funny.
He did though. I mean, come on. Like,
And I thought it was just funny to write justified Tony fumble chance.
I mean, come on. Look, I am a more so AEW fan. I think we've all been known this. But like, how the fuck
Do you fumble Ricky Starks?
how are you gonna have somebody as great in the ring as Ricky Starks? And especially like the thing with Ricky, right? People liked Ricky to begin with, and then Ricky broke his neck and he had to go in for surgery and he was gone for a long time, and then he fucking came back, and ever since he came back from that moment, when he came back, like, he was over like fucking Rover. He was doing great in the ring. Everybody loved seeing him. Everybody loved hearing him. Everyone loved his fucking promos. Like, everything. You know, like to the nines. To the point where the MJF, like, called him the Pebble because everyone on Twitter was being like, oh, you guys are, you know, hyping up Ricky Starks and everything, but he's just like a Temu version of The Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, now those same people are like, oh my god, yay, Ricky Starks in WWE. I cannot believe it. He's always been you know, but whatever. That's besides the point. My point is he was so fucking over in AEW. Even to the point where when he was off TV, like, it's so Wardlow's been off TV for a long time, as we know. And like, there's been a couple people being like, where the fuck's Wardlow? But no offense, not a lot of people have been rallying to get Wardlow back on TV.
Everyone has forgotten about Wardlow at this point.
But like, people didn't forget about Ricky Starks. People loved Ricky Starks so much that they were consistently rallying with Tony Khan of like, get this man back on TV. And again, we don't know everything behind the scenes. Could he have been pitching Ricky stuff and Ricky being like, no? Look, if I'm Ricky Starks, I don't want to work with Chris Jericho either. I don't fucking blame him on that. But the fact that they couldn't come to some sort of agreement, I don't know exactly what was all going on with that. But the fact that Tony wasn't willing...
There were some veterans backstage that were politicking.
Well, the fact that...
Cope. Jericho.
What was Cope politicking about?
He got pissed off the night...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
he got pissed off about the fucking bug eye comment.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was stupid.
He legit, like, supposedly, like, reportedly, like, got, like, pissed off.
He's so fucking stupid for that. But, like, I don't know. Like, the fans wanted him back. Clearly, he was a big fucking thing for the fans. And the fact that Tony just didn't have enough in him to figure something out to keep him around is fucking insane. Because I will say, generally, I don't think Ricky Starks' run in AEW was bad at all.
No, it wasn't
I don't think it
bad.
was fumbled at all. What I think he fumbled was keeping him.
There was missed opportunities.
There was missed opportunities.
And things... There were certain things that were cooking, but other things happened. I'm talking about the whole Punk thing.
Yeah.
Because he was in a program of Punk, and that was going to be huge for him.
Mm-hmm.
Punk was probably going to put him over.
We'll probably see that soon enough.
Yeah, but Punk was probably going to put him over, or some sort of it, right? And that obviously didn't happen. And he's a Cody and Punk guy, so... Yeah, but this was a tag match. It was Ricky and Javon Evans versus Ethan Page and Wesley. But listen, what do you think of Javon Evans?
Oh my god, I loved his gear. I loved his fucking gear, for one. I could not shut the fuck up about his gear. It was so fucking good. I love him.
This was your first time seeing Javon Evans.
Yeah, I fucking love him. That man is bouncing all around. He's flipping all around.
Your boy's bouncy.
He's fucking floating in air. Like, I fucking love this guy. I want this guy on my TV every single goddamn fucking week. And I swear to God, if when WWE does releases, his name pops up, I'm going to single-handedly go find Triple H.
Like, bro, like, I told you, NXT cooks sometimes.
I know. I just don't ever watch it. I mean, it's on a Tuesday. I work Tuesdays most of the time.
Yeah, NXT cooks. NXT
I know what
cooks.
I mean?
They cook, bro. They cook.
Oh, that was actually the next thing was thoughts on Javon Evans. Yeah, no, I fucking love this guy. I really fucking love him. And I don't know. Like, here's the thing, right? I worry if he ends up, because I think he's great and should be on the main roster, but I worry if he goes on to up to the main roster, they're not really gonna.
He's not gonna be a main event star.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be for the speed title and the US title and shit probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's young and he just like started in NXT like not too long ago, so he's probably gonna be in NXT for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, push him to the fucking moon because he's great.
I mean, he was in the main event with Ethan Page and Ricky Starks.
I'm just saying, keep pushing him to the fucking moon. He's fucking great. Moving on. MJF got his AEW tattoo removed.
Oh, this is Dynamite? I totally forget what happened on Dynamite after this whole week of wrestling, so here we go.
MJF got his AEW tattoo removed, lasered off, and Christopher Daniels is bleeding.
Oh my god, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So let's do one thing at a time here. So they do how did the segment go? So
Hangman had a little squash match.
Yeah.
With I don't remember who the fuck it was. Doesn't matter. Hangman.
It was Aaron Solo or
Aaron
whatever.
Solo.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Hangman has a little squash match. He grabs a chair and he sits down and he's looking like an angry cowboy and he gets the mic and he's like, no, I'm so sorry. Before
this is the only thing that we're talking about on Dynamite. That's insane.
So before this, MJF had a pre-record promo where he's laying down on a massage table and there's a dude in the background doing something or another and MJF's talking about how he's, getting the biggest mistake of his life removed from his life forever or whatever. And how he used to trust in three letters, but now the only three letters he's trusting in is MJF and whatever. And it shows him.
You know what I just realized?
What?
This cushion's upside down because of this thing.
Those motherfuckers put a cushion on upside down. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, so then it pans over to the guy who's like supposed to be lasering off his AEW tattoo, which, not that this matters this much, but I'm going to talk about this for a fucking minute.
This needs to be talked
I'm talking about
because what the fuck was this?
Because I've seen no one else talk about this, and again, this does not fucking matter to literally like 99% of people, but it pisses me the fuck off.
I said something about it on Twitter, hoping that someone would like say something back.
And no one's talked about it.
Yeah, no one's talked about it.
No one's talked about it, and it's really not that. I guess it's technically not that big of a deal.
It's not big,
I don't
but
care.
like when you're in the known of the tattoo industry,
it's just so stupid.
It's like what?
So they pan over, and look, there might be different laser removal machines now, okay, than what I'm used to seeing. But first of all, it did not look like a tattoo removal laser at all. Normally, they're like these big fucking chunky things, and they have like a circle around them.
I don't think the tattoo would have been removed that quick.
No, because I've had laser removal before, and my tattoo is still very much there. I only ever had one session of it done. I've been meaning to, go back and do more, but it's a long story. Anyway, they're normally like these big fucking clunky things. And, they make like a little click, 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 or whatever. Like, I can't really do the sound, but you'll know the sound if you hear it. And when you're hitting the ink with the fucking laser, it makes these little, like, white perfect circles. Because it basically is like, I don't want to say syringing or singeing your body, but it's making these little white circles around the entire tattoo. That's how it fucking picks up the ink and removes it, whatever. And it takes a lot of sessions to get a tattoo completely fucking removed. Super small stuff, like, that could be done a lot quicker. But, like, we're talking, like, MJF's piece is probably about, like, roughly, like, a palm-size piece, right?
It's a little bigger than yours that you were getting lasered.
Oh, it was way bigger than mine, because that's the one I'm getting lasered. His was about, like, yay.
Yeah.
So it was about, like, 2 or 3 times the size of the one I was getting lasered off. And normally, even after the first couple of sessions, there's gonna be traces of the tattoo. You're still gonna be able to fucking see it. It doesn't just disappear with one hit of a fucking laser. Like, if you ever see a video, it looks like that shit's fucking gone. You give it 5 minutes and you could still fucking see that tattoo. It's not gone in one go.
Obviously, I don't think he really did get it lasered.
No, he did. Yeah. He did not get it lasered. That is completely... He did not. It's makeup. It's covered.
Yeah.
Whatever. But, like, my point is that this is just like, oh, the tattoo is completely fucking gone. MJF has actually been getting tattoo laser done, or removal done, since he got the fucking tattoo this point. This is the last session. Like, and to me, I'm just like, this is not how this works. It's not how any of it works. And again, it's not that big of a fucking deal. But literally, when they showed his leg, I looked at Dylan and I said, that's incorrect. That's just wrong. That's literally wrong. Like,
Lyssie was over this
it's
segment.
So fucking
she
wrong.
Was like, fuck this.
And I'm like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Tony, do your fucking research. But anyway, I was really pressed about that. So, then, my boy Hangman has a squash match. He gets the chair. He plops his fancy cowboy fucking ass down. And he goes, MJF, get your fucking ass out to this ring, because I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you because I fucking hate you, you pretentious fuck. So he's sitting there, and then MJF's like, na-na-na, better than you. Comes out, walks his fucking fancy ass out, and he has this fucking towel that's got blood on it or whatever. He came out and he said something of just like, hey man, I'm not gonna wrestle you in front of these fucking idiot people. I'm not gonna do that. You guys want to see us fight? Not here. No, it's gotta be somewhere better. Like,
Long
Island or whatever. Right? And then he's like, bye, and he goes to leave. Like, he's talking for like 3 minutes. Not even. And he's like, okay, bye. And then he leaves. And he's like halfway through the tunnel, and he turns back around and he comes back. He's like, oh my good golly, I forgot why I even came out here. This is not how MJF fucking sounds. But that's how he sounds in my head. Good golly, gee, I forgot why I even came out here. Let me tell you, Hangman, you better... You like to say that you're some hard-ass motherfucker and that you're real?
Yeah, that's me.
Why don't you go take a look at the screen, buddy? We'll see who's actually real.
Buddy! Buddy!
I can cut such a good promo.
Buddy! She's saying buddy in a promo.
I'd say buddy in a promo. You fucking kidding me?
Listen here, bud.
Listen here, newsflash, pal.
Bro, why hasn't no one ever said that in a pro? Oh, man.
Corey, if you're listening, I'm gonna text Corey later on tonight.
Newsflash,
pal.
I will get DCW back together just to say that in a fucking promo.
So anyway, the screen comes on, right? We're gonna backtrack a bit, so don't jump in just yet. I'm just explaining the situation and why we're talking about this. So it cuts to the fucking Titantron, and oh my goodness, the camera crew, Christopher Daniels, he's bleeding out on the ground. He's on the ground and there's blood everywhere, and oh golly, gee willikers, we gotta go save him. So Hangman is like, well, howdy do darn, I gotta get on my fucking horse and saddle on up back there. So
what is happening on this show,
dude,
bro?
So Hangman giddies the fuck up all the way to the back.
What is happening on this show?
My dad used to say a lot, giddy up. So anyway,
giddy up.
He would giddy up all the way to the fucking back. He runs back there. Mind you, another thing that wasn't, we'll get back to it, but I don't know if this was like supposed to be in or if it wasn't supposed to be in or whatever. So Hangman runs to the back. He's like, where the fuck is MJF? And everyone's like, whoa, Hangman, take it easy, man. And then he fucking...
Why is this turning to Drake and Josh?
So then he fucking runs off. And he fucking finds Christopher Daniels on the ground, bleeding out, he's dying. And he's like, somebody save my son. So then the paramedics come in and he's like, help my boy, he's sick. Please, my son, he needs a doctor. So then they're like attending to Christopher Daniels and whatnot. So anyway, you might be like, well, gee willikers, Lyssie, this sure sounds completely cohesive from the way you explained it. And I don't understand why you're complaining about this at all. So if you go back to what we said about CD blading, so we're gonna rewind before Hangman gets on the saddle, and when the Titantron cuts, and at first I didn't realize it, And I don't know how I didn't fucking realize it. I saw it on Twitter again, and I like watched it over again, and I'm like, oh my god, how did I fucking not pick up on this? Literally the first couple of seconds that they have, Christopher Daniels, and I'm not talking like a split second.
This isn't the first time they've done this.
No, I'm not talking, but this is the first time with the Titantron, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Like a pre-recorded thing that they just didn't edit. I'm not talking like 0.5 seconds. I'm talking at least like a solid like second or two into this.
Christopher Daniels, frame it, bro.
Yeah, is literally caught red-handed, no pun intended, with a blade jabbing himself in the fucking head. And at first I thought, like, when I first saw it, because I think when I first looked up and saw what was going on, I saw his hand moving, and I thought what he was doing was, like, sometimes when people get hit and they're selling, and like, fuck. Yeah. I thought he was going like, and like maybe like looking at the blood on his hands or something or whatever, like trying to hold his cut and then just like fell over.
No.
Initially, when I first saw, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then I rewatched it, and no, that's literally not what he's doing at all. He's just stabbing himself with a fucking fork, and I don't know how I didn't put that together. But I also don't know how they didn't cut it out.
Because the reason why they didn't cut it out is because it was reported this week that AEW, Tony Khan does not hold production meetings before shows. So, like, that shit is not, like, the camera crew don't know that.
But here's the thing, right? The camera crew catching it, sure. I don't know if this was live from the back.
I think so.
Okay.
This seemed like a live one from the back.
Okay, because if this was a live one from the back, I'm not going to say, like, it's right that it happened.
You can usually tell.
Yeah.
And I think this was live.
If this was live, alrighty, kind of, where, like, I can understand live TV mistakes happen, whatever. However, I will still go in and say, if you are working as a cameraman working in a wrestling company, or if you're an editor, because let's just to humor the situation, let's say that this was filmed and that this was a pre-recorded one.
I don't know exactly, but it looked like it was
if you are an editor or a live cameraman in a wrestling promotion, I think you have to have some sort of common fucking sense in your brain. And I'm not trying to, because Tony should be having production meetings. I'm not trying to, like, defend Tony or anything.
Well, yeah, you should be having production meetings. We had fucking quote-unquote production meetings in DCW and KWA all the time.
Well, yes. And I'm not trying to defend Tony in this in any sense, because he should be talking to his fucking people. But I also feel like if you are in the wrestling business to any fucking degree, you should understand and have some sort of basic fucking knowledge of the fact of when people blade, don't catch it on camera. Or if you caught it on camera of somebody bleeding and you're editing a promo, edit it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out. Like, again, I get it. It's live TV. Mistakes happen. And, like, I can see, I hate to say the word excuse, but excuse, like, if a camera cuts or a camera jumps and cuts and it cuts to a bad timing in a live match where someone's blading and you catch it and then it quickly cuts back out.
That's what the production meetings are about of, okay, when this happens in the match, this is when this person is blading. Do not shoot them.
Yes, and I mean, I know that because I know that there's been times where you and I have had this discussion because I was the camera person.
Yeah.
But, like, you should understand enough of, like, that's something that is not supposed to be caught on camera, so do literally your best and avoid it.
Yeah.
That it's just that.
That's how.
Or again, cut it out of the fucking promo.
That's kind of like how the production meetings with me and you always were, because I would always know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Lyssie, in this match, this is what's happening. Do not shoot it.
Yes.
Shoot this.
So, like, it's not hard to tell people, don't shoot that stuff, or avoid that stuff, or edit that stuff out. So it's not like, I'm not trying to say, like, it's not Tony's fault, because it is fucking Tony's fault at the end of the day.
And, like, I think there was times, I don't know if it was you specifically, but, like, there was times of, like, whoever was doing cam be like, hey, I accidentally did this. And just making it aware.
Yeah.
Of, like, they're when you're watching the video over, this happens, so I don't know if you want to, like, edit it out or something.
Well, yeah, because there was the one time
I gotta
where...
fix my pants.
Okay.
You can talk. It's the way I'm sitting.
There was the one time where I was filming, and this was something that, like, I hate to say, literally couldn't have been avoided, but I was filming, and I think it was either a Chaos or Eclipse, it was probably a Chaos match, versus Pavor. And for those of you who don't know, Pavor was like a masked person. And Or no, I think it was Mr. McGee. Maybe not Pavor.
Oh, yeah.
It was either Mr. McGee or Pavor. They wear masks, basically.
Oh, it was Mr. McGee. I know what you're talking about.
It was Mr. McGee.
The mask comes off.
The mask literally, like, I think Eclipse or whoever hit Mr. McGee, and the mask moved.
It was I know what match it was. It was Juggalo Jesus and Chaos versus Mr. McGee and Smooch.
Yes. And the mask literally, like, came off, and you could see, and it was like, it moved off to the side to where, like, he was able to fix it. But it caught clear as day on camera.
Chris did edit it, though.
And he did, yeah. He censored it, basically.
He fucking put, like, an old man's face over it. Like, that's all he did.
But the thing is, like, this was literally in the middle of the match happening, and I'm focusing on these two because they're wrestling each other. This was something you could not avoid.
Luckily, no one was watching this match.
So, yeah, it was just, like, one of those things where
because of who was involved.
It was just one of those things where it was like, hey, I think because Chris was the editor, I think I just said to Chris, I was like, hey, look, in this match, when his mask came off, I caught it clear on camera. So just go back in and edit it over. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, he would have seen it anyway with the footage, you know what I mean? But still, like, keeping the communication with it. Basically, all in all, this, again, I'll give a little bit more of a pass. You still should know better. I'll give a little bit more of a pass to a live match happening and something accidentally getting caught on camera. You got a lot of cameramen, you're cutting to a lot of things can happen. I get it. There is more moving parts in that situation for accidents to happen, and I get that. When you're doing a pre-record in the back, or even a live promo in the back, and you start it off with the person literally still blading.
And it's not the first time.
Like,
they've gotten Moxley before.
Not in a pre-record, though.
Not in a pre-record, yes.
Like, and the thing is, again, a Titantron video or whatever, or whatever, there were so many ways to avoid this.
I still think my favorite one, and it's not AEW's fault because it's fan footage, is when Punk gets thrown through the table at All In against Joe, and he is stabbing himself like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that wasn't live on the pay-per-view or anything. That was just stuff that people showcased.
Because of where he landed.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Like, that was fucking ridiculous. They really got to do better with that fucking shit. Like, again, I get it, accidents happen, but that's a pretty big fucking accident to happen where there is literally at least 10 things you could have done to prevent that. So, I don't know what was up with that. But, I mean, realistically, overall, the rest of Dynamite was pretty good. We're not really going to talk too much about it because there wasn't anything, like, spectacular to talk about, but it was a solid show. Yeah. It was overall a solid show. So yippee yay. Actually, no, there is one thing I want to talk about.
The Death Riders.
Really quick.
Unfortunately.
It has to do with the Death Riders, actually, because you actually went to the bathroom when this was happening, but Cope had, I think, Claudio and, I know Marina Shafir was there. I think it might have been Claudio was the other one, down and had their heads on a chair for a concerto, and he hit Claudio, and he was, like, holding the steel chair to hit Marina Shafir, and then Willow's music hits, and Willow comes out, because they've been fucking with Willow. Willow comes out and gives the concerto to Marina Shafir.
Finally did something fucking different in the storyline.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. I was like, that, I did like that. I mean, look, I can't say fucking anything bad about Willow, honestly, like, so, but that was pretty neat. But yeah, aside from that, it was overall a solid show. You know what I mean? It's just, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
There's a bigger thing happening in the wrestling world on the other channel that we're gonna get to. Anyway, go to SmackDown.
Moving on. So SmackDown, we had Drew Priest, Seth Rollins, Punk, and Logan Paul.
Yeah, they had the segment where they had everyone but Cena in the that was in the chamber. Pretty much come out, talk shit. It was the typical...
You look like an oven mitt.
Yeah, Punk called Seth Rollins an oven mitt. They took shots at Cena. It was a pretty fun segment.
It was really fun until Logan showed up. And like...
Yeah, he came out, John Cena's music and
he came out and stunk up the place. And I'm not even trying to, like, shit on WWE because this promo literally up until Logan Paul came out was really fucking good. Then Logan Paul came out, and I don't know who the fuck decides to give this motherfucker a goddamn fucking microphone, but he's not even, like, good in the sense of, like, a Dom heel promo.
Oh yeah,
like this was just bad.
Fucking Dom has the regular heel heat of like, boo, we just don't want to see you because you're a heel.
But we love you.
We love you. Like we love booing you.
Yeah, we love to hate you.
Logan policy is like it's not even go home heat or get the fuck like get out of here. It's get the fuck away from here.
He literally
bro, go away.
I can't even recall the insults he was trying to throw out there, but I've heard like elementary school kids on the playground give better insults to people than what Logan Paul was able to formulate in that fucking pea-sized brain of his. Like, he tried to call out Punk twice, and he's like, "Oh, I can't see Punk. I don't know where CM Punk is." And Punk was like, "Okay, I'll just punch you in the face," and like went after him. But like, I don't know. He said he was trying to say something about Damian Priest and how like a priest can hold the belt, but like he's still the savior to pro wrestling. Or so I don't even fucking.
Logan Paul sucks, bro.
He's so bad. Like,
why is he in the chamber match?
And again, like, sure, like some of his matches are fine, but he's pre-rehearsing shit 100 times over to make sure that it looks good. If you're a good fucking wrestler, you don't need to. You can go over spots with people and like. Maybe, like, I haven't tried this, let's test this out a couple times type of thing. But if you're rehearsing your entire fucking match verbatim, you're not a good fucking wrestler. I'm sorry, you're not. It's just how it is. You need to be able to do shit in the ring and call shit in the ring.
Call shit in the ring.
Because what happens if you accidentally fuck something up and someone gets hurt and then you don't know what to do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or what if someone doesn't even get hurt, but you just fuck up a move and you don't know how to recover? Like, you know what I mean? And his promo ability is just so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad.
I would always hate. A little fun fact about me in my wrestling days. I would always hate when I always had to specifically from bell to bell. Like, I don't mind if we got to work out a couple of spots here and there before the match. I don't care if we got to rehearse a couple of things just to make sure we can do it.
Yeah.
And not fuck each other up doing it. Or like, oh, does it make sense? Is it like in the psychology way and stuff? But I would fucking hate. There's a match that is uploaded, not on my channel though. DCW Electric Boogaloo 2, the Alpha Blood Electric Boogaloo 2, me versus Elmer Fudd, Coyote Bitchface, in a 30-minute Iron Man match. From bell to bell, that match is completely worked out, and I hated it. Mm-hmm. Because, one, it's a half hour long. But two, and it's not the only match where I've had to do it, work bell to bell. But two, just for that reason of you saying it, of what if there's a mistake? What if something happens? Mm-hmm. How do we recover?
Yeah.
I know how to do, but this greener than goose shit motherfucker don't.
I wouldn't even call him greener than goose shit. I would say that he's still the seed in the ground.
Yeah, like I'll like I know we've talked like shit on Chaos the Clown and shit. I'll give it up to him though of sometimes being like, let's call it in the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe he shouldn't be able to. Maybe he shouldn't do that. I don't think. But like Bryce, for example, me and Bryce would just be able to like talk the match out. Mm-hmm. You witnessed me and Corey talk.
Oh yeah.
Me and Corey didn't rehearse a damn thing.
No.
We even rehearsed the Pepsi plunge.
No, you just knew it was gonna happen.
We knew it was gonna happen, and we just knew. Soon as I get up there, we gotta go. Mm-hmm. We didn't rehearse a damn thing.
No. I don't know. Logan Paul fucking sucks. More on that later. Moving on. CM Punk told Cody to take Dwayne's offer and shove it up Dwayne's ass.
Yeah, so like they did like this whole thing of like Cody's walking backstage all night and people are being like, you should take the offer and stuff. And Punk was like, yeah, you should take the offer. Shine it up real nice. Shove it right up his ass.
What a fucking dude.
I love it.
I mean, I saw, because I missed SmackDown, but I saw online about how, I think it was Punk that said to Cody, true friends stab you in the front.
Yep.
Or something.
Well, that was in his like promo. That's what they did like building up to the Royal Rumble or some shit.
Oh, got you. Okay, yeah. So that, and people were like referencing back to that as to some stuff that goes on in Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
Which we will be talking about in a
little bit.
moment.
We're doing Revolution predictions.
Yes, we're going to be talking. Dylan took my notes and peed all over them.
Well, I was getting the Revolution thing.
So Revolution's this Sunday,
the 9th.
Sunday the 9th. I know I'm working, unfortunately. So we're probably going to be a little bit late onto this.
I'll watch it, probably.
Do you want me to talk about the pre-show match at all?
Just read it fucking down completely, I guess.
Okay, so far, this is what has been announced so far.
You're hearing this on Tuesday. We are recording this on Sunday, a week before the pay-per-view, so whatever gets announced after that, sorry.
So, at the moment, there's 8 matches announced, plus the one on the pre-show.
Keep it like that, Tony.
They'll probably add at least one more.
Oh, God.
If I were to guess. So, there'll probably be 9 matches, which I don't think is still too bad.
Keep it like that, Tony.
So on the pre-show, we got boom! Big Boom AJ getting 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Big Boom AJ with Big Justice. And the conglomeration, Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe, versus Johnny TV and Maximum Male Models, or MXM Collection. In a trios match. I don't know what's going on exactly with this. There was probably something that happened that I completely missed. But, I don't know. I'm going to be real with you. I know we talked about it last time. Big Boom AJ and Big Justice, it was kind of wholesome to watch.
I mean,
I don't know how a trios match is going to feel with them, but it was a little bit of a wholesome match to watch against QT Marshall. So
it's going to be mostly like Orange Cassidy doing, like, no pun intended, the heavy lifting of the fucking match. Mm-hmm. And then, like, Big Boom AJ is going to be the hot tag guy.
Oh, yeah.
Going to hit his fucking moves. Big Boom AJ is probably going to get the win.
Yeah, and, again, I ain't got none wrong with Big Boom AJ.
Yeah.
He was fun.
And Mark Briscoe's there, too. Or it's Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun match overall.
Yeah, it's the best case scenario for him. He shouldn't have a one-on-one match, but I understand why they did it.
Yeah. And Johnny TV is good. I love fucking Johnny TV. Wish they actually did something more with him, but anyway. Johnny TV and Orange Cassidy are probably gonna have some really fucking fun spots. Maximum Male Models are just fucking great. I fucking love them.
They're great.
Overall, I'm gonna be honest with you. Overall, this pre-show match just seems really fun. It's probably gonna be Big Boom AJ.
Team Costco.
Yeah, Team Costco guys is gonna win. Overall, this is probably gonna be a really fun match and just, get everyone in the mood for wrestling.
Double chocolate chunk cookie.
Double chocolate chunk. Moving on to the main show. In a steel cage match, we got Bruv Will Ospreay versus Oi Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher.
Well,
Kyle Fletcher needs it more.
He does, but he's not going to get it.
If they're going to build Kyle Fletcher up to be like this big Randy Orton guy, he needs to win.
That's fair.
This is his crowning moment.
That is fair.
Will Ospreay can afford this loss.
Yeah, no, he can.
Won't hurt him.
And in fairness, you know what? In fairness, it is a steel cage match, so there's no rules. So there's probably going to be like a screwdriver slid through the cage.
Don can do the screwdriver.
If a screwdriver slid through the holes in the cage, I called it. Just saying. Okay, I'll change my answer. I get that. Kyle Fletcher, probably.
Because there's a thing here with another match we'll get to in a minute. There's a thing I have here.
Next up, in just a standard singles match, so for us of right now, which I think should have a bit of a stipulation, but nonetheless, we have MJF versus Hanger.
Yeah, there should be a stipulation here. Hangman.
I think Hangman... So here's the thing.
It's time for him
Hangman
to win
needs a win.
match, yes.
Hangman needs a win. I think it's going to be Hangman.
This kind of falls beyond the lines of the previous match. Hangman needs to win because if he loses, it only hurts him more. Mm-hmm. MJF can fucking lose.
Yeah.
People want to see MJF lose. It won't hurt him.
Yeah.
And plus, they pretty much just turned Hangman like babyface again. Pretty much.
He's been babyface this whole time.
It's
just didn't know it.
Justified accusations.
Moving on to a singles match to determine the number 1 contender to the AEW World Championship. Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. And I have a theory about this. I have a theory about this match. This match is not going to stay a standard singles match. Do you want to hear my theory about it? Because when they were talking about this match, and when Prince Nana was like, all you have to do is sign a contract to have another match with Swerve to be the number 1 contender, Ricochet went, oh, so all I have to do is beat him again? Oh, yeah, I
There's
accept
something
absolutely.
there.
They never said what type of match it was.
But we didn't talk about this. But on Wednesday, the past Dynamite, there was like that whole promo between Swerve and Nana, and Nana being like, "You need to bring back my legacy."
Yeah.
Ricochet's winning. Nana's gonna turn on Swerve.
No, see, I think
Ricochet's winning, and he's gonna keep the Jimmy Rave rope.
Nope. I think Swerve is winning.
No,
I don't think they're gonna break up Nana and Swerve.
the winner gets a world title shot. What the fuck?
Yeah, because they're both in the chase for the world title. So basically, Nana had the clipboard, and he was like, "I talked to Tony Khan. Whichever one of you wins is going to be the number one contender for the world championship." And Ricochet's been chasing it, and Swerve's also obviously been chasing it.
Ricochet needs to beat Swerve. Ricochet can fucking lose the other match for the world title.
I think it's going to be Swerve. And, I mean, in fairness, like, Nana did have that promo with him saying, like, you need to bring back the Swerve that they love. The Swerve that, like, was the world champion, this, that, and the other thing. I think Swerve's winning. I don't think they're going to break up Nana and Swerve, personally. But I don't think that this match is going to stay a singles match. I think this week on Dynamite, they're probably going to have another something or another. Like, Ricochet's going to come out and talk some shit and be like, "I already beat him before. I beat him. I can beat his ass again." And Nana's going to be like, "Well, you never let me finish." And this is actually I don't know, where is this at?
Los Angeles.
This is actually a Los Angeles street fight or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, or it's going to be something. Or like, this is a death match. This is an unsanctioned match. I don't know. You know what I mean? Lights out match, whatever they call it. It's going to be something. I think it's going to be something. If this stays a singles match, just a regular singles match, it's going to be another one where I'm like, this needs a stipulation.
Yeah.
Overall, it'll be fun. They've done good before, so, you know. Coming in at a singles match for the AEW TBS Championship, we have Mercedes Moné versus Momo Watanabe.
Mercedes is winning.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mercedes, unfortunately. Momo will be fun to watch, though. From what I've seen of like some clips of her from like Stardom, it's just pretty fun. So that'll be a fun one to watch.
I've seen like 2 matches of her.
Okay. Moving up to the tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, which this is gonna be a fun one.
They announced this. They announced this match last night on Collision while the big thing was happening. They got bullied online on Twitter, and they deleted the announcement. Because people were like, "This is happening, and you're fucking announcing this." It was their fan base ripping them.
Oh my god.
It wasn't WWE incels being like, it was literally, "Tony, this is happening on the other fucking channel right now, and you are announcing this for a fucking pay-per-view. What the fuck?" They deleted it. They got bullied into deleting it.
See, I feel like this is going to be kind of fun, and, like, it's not going to be very serious,
why.
But I get it, because this match is nowhere near what the caliber of, like, this isn't even their main event match, you know what I mean? Like, this is not, anyway.
Bro, they could, I love both teams involved, but come on, they need to do better with the tag division here.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to see that.
Because this is a pay-per-view fucking match.
I think we're going to see that, because
People are paying $50 for this.
I think we're going to see that, because it's going to be the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, versus the Outrunners. Which is going to be fun.
The Outrunners win. No, the Hurt Syndicate win.
And then, carry on my wayward son. The Young Bucks are going to come back.
Well, yeah, the Young Bucks do need to come back at this pay-per-view because they're in LA.
They're either going to come back during this match or a match later on. And we'll get to that.
Probably later on. They're probably not going to have nothing to do with the Hurt Syndicate.
Well, tag team champions, so we'll see.
If Bobby Lashley and Swerve can't work with each other because they don't want to put each other over, what makes you fucking think that Bobby Lashley's going to work with the fucking Young Bucks?
Well, the Young Bucks will take an L.
Moving on.
The Young Bucks will gladly take an L.
Moving on.
I think the Hurt Syndicate wins this.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Next up, we have the rubber match. It's just a standard singles match at the moment for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May.
Mariah May. It still stands with me.
I still stand that Toni Storm wins because she's winning in her hometown of Warner Brothers Studios.
No.
But
Mariah May is gonna win.
Well, one of us is gonna be right, one of us is gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next match that I think is possible for the Young Bucks to come out with, maybe a little bit more possible, is Konosuke Takeshita singles match for the AEW International Championships versus Kenny "My God" Omega.
Takeshita wins.
Because the Bucks screw Kenny.
That could be an out, but I was just going with like Don Callis again. Because it goes to my running theme of it's the Don Callis family night. Like Fletcher beats Ospreay, and then Takeshita beats Kenny.
I think
for the third time.
I think what happens, Don Callis tries to screw Kenny. But Kenny knows Don very well already. He already knows the screwdriver thing. He's not falling for it. Kenny is a smart cookie. He knows the tricks that Don Callis is going to pull. He's expecting that. So he's going to try to screw him, but Kenny's going to be like, nah, and he's going to counter it, whatever. And Don's going to be like, oh my fucking God, what do I do? And I don't know, maybe because Will Ospreay gets fucked out earlier on, maybe Will Ospreay comes out, chases Don Callis out.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very overbooked match.
It is. Let's say Will Ospreay, and if this is right, by God, I know what I'm talking about. Will Ospreay runs out. He gets Don Callis out of there. Don Callis is like, oh my God, he runs through the crowd. Will Ospreay's chasing him out. He's helping his new best friend, Kenny Omega. And Kenny's like, oh my God, yay, I'm gonna win. And he goes. He's not expecting the Young Bucks to be there. The Young Bucks come out. They fuck him over. They screw him over. And Takeshita wins. And then the Bucks are back. And then that folds back into the story that Kenny is in with the Young Bucks.
This seems all too convoluted for Tony to book.
That's why Tony's not booking it. This is the Young Bucks and Kenny booking it.
Yeah.
That's why he's not a part of it. It's all the elite stuff because this is very elite lore. So I feel like that is a possibility that's going to happen.
Takeshita's winning.
Takeshita's going to win. Yeah, I think Takeshita's winning. Kenny can afford the loss, and Takeshita... I mean, don't get me wrong. If Kenny wins, I'm not going to be fucking mad about it.
No, Takeshita's winning because there's more to do with Takeshita with the international title. Kenny don't need the international title. Kenny's going to be going after that continental title. Mm-hmm. So...
Because Okada's still holding it.
Yeah.
So we get
that's like Kenny's big win. Kenny wants to put over Takeshita, and I think that's a cool lore of like this is going to be Takeshita's third time beating Kenny.
We bring the elite back together into their divorced family storyline, and then that leads to Kenny and Okada for the Continental Championship, and Kenny beats Okada for the Continental Championship.
Yes.
So if I'm right about this, let me tell you, I know my boys. Going into the main event.
Oh, God.
Jon Moxley versus Adam Copeland.
$50 for this pay-per-view. $50.
Cope wins. And Christian cashes in.
I was going to say, I really don't even fucking care who wins this. The storyline's garbage. Fucking, I really don't care. But yeah, I could see Cope winning and Christian cashing in. I could see that.
And then we finally get back to the fucking Cope and Christian storyline.
But then I can also fucking see Mox still just fucking winning. And this is where the Elite get introduced.
That is also very possible because there was some suspicious stuff going on with the Death Riders and the Bucks.
Which is unfucking fortunate because I rather the Death Riders to just go the fuck away, and I rather the Elite just do fucking... I rather the Elite feud with themselves and the Don Callis family.
I have a theory.
Oh, no.
I have a theory. It wasn't necessarily just the Elite, like overall. There was a time when Mr. Jon Moxley, our AEW World Champion, walked up to the one and only Jack Perry and said, I don't care what they say about you, you're a good kid. What if, because Jack's been gone, and Jack's from Cali. Jack
joins the Death Riders and leaves the Elite.
Not exactly, maybe, but not exactly. What if Jack...
He's the scapegoat to all of this.
What if Jack Perry gets involved in this match, right? Some way, some degree... something.
It's a hooded figure. Everyone thinks it's Yuta, and it's actually Jack.
And it's Jack Perry. And he comes out and he screws Cope. And then he ends up, like, aligning himself somehow with this.
But if he screws Cope, imagine if Christian... I would want him to be there for Christian, but not helping Christian, because that would just make no sense.
I want Christian and Perry to rope back together eventually.
Yeah, I want that to rope back because they never really truly had their one-on-one match.
Mm-mm. No, they never ended that
because
story
Christian was hurt.
And the thing is, we have seen flashes of Jack's past coming back to haunt him. He had that match with Marco Stunt. He had that face-to-face with Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
What if Jack is somehow involved with it? Like, Jack's on loan right now to the Death Riders, basically. They loaned him to the fucking Death Riders. Why not?
He's the scapegoat.
He's a scapegoat, and he goes and he somehow gets involved in this match to help Mox win or whatever. And then we end up meddling somewhere with maybe... Well, Jack doesn't have the TNT belt anymore, but Jack won the TNT belt after Cope got injured. Maybe we can kind of rope into something like that. I don't know. But I feel like with Cope and Christian constantly floating around, Cope can easily somehow get us back to Perry and Christian. There's going to be some interaction at some point. Because Christian's going to want to fuck over Cope. But Christian probably can't fuck over Cope with Perry around.
We still have Darby, too.
We do still have Darbs.
This whole story's fucked.
I mean, I think the more logical thing to happen is Cope wins and Christian cashes in. Or Cope wins, Christian goes to cash in, and Perry comes out and screws Christian. Why not? I don't know. There's a lot of ways that we can put Jack Perry into this, if I'm being so fucking for real with you. There's a lot of underlying people in this story that have had some sort of interesting interaction with Perry or some sort of correlation with Perry.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the Cope might be a bit of a reach, but the TNT Championship thing is still kind of there. It still could work. You could still make something work with it.
This Death Rider... See, I'm yawning. This Death Rider storyline fucking bores the fuck out of me. I'm bored with it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
I closed it.
It was Elimination Chamber.
I need that back.
Oh, my God.
I need that back. I tried to scroll up. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's the predictions. There might be another match announced. There's probably going to be matches for the pre-show announced. Probably at least 2 more pre-show matches because there's normally 3. It's free on YouTube. That is what it is. It's not actually part of the actual pay-per-view. Nonetheless, we're going to move into Elimination Chamber and the eventful things that had happened this night.
We got to start with even before the wrestling start. They booed the national anthem.
Because they're in Canada.
It's just funny at this point.
It is. It is. And I don't disagree with them.
I love that that's like the thing now.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, there were 4 matches on this.
In a big segment.
And you know what? I'm going to say this much. I really appreciate that the women's elimination chamber and the men's elimination chamber were pretty close in time. So,
well, yeah, you got to think there's the fucking it's the same rules. The Royal Rumbles are always the same in time too, pretty much, because it's like the 5-minute intervals and stuff like that.
But I like that they didn't like
short them
and essentially be like, girls need to wrap this up and guys get to go look another 30 minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that, even though the other women's match was the shortest match and whatever. Anyway,
I mean, no one really cared about that match.
So, going to Elimination Chamber, we started off with the Women's Elimination Chamber. And Bianca Belair won, defeating Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Liv Morgan, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez.
Yep. Ghost is currently killing me.
However, I don't really think it's fair to say that Bianca Belair defeated all of these people.
Well, let's back this up.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm transitioning there.
Well, she won the match.
She won the match, but I don't think it's fair to say she defeated everybody because she didn't really do much with Naomi because someone came out and took Naomi out of this match.
Yeah, so Naomi and Liv were going to start this match, and then Jay Cargill's music hit. Liv fucking started panicking because Liv was framed to like attack Jade months ago, and Jade gets in the ring, and it was really cool because like Liv's like, I didn't do it, and Jade's like, I know you didn't do it, and she fucking goes right after Naomi and beats the absolute. She mollywopped her.
Oh my god.
She mollywopped Naomi. Bianca was the star of this, of just screaming in the pod because she's locked in her pod, can't get out, witnessing her partner just get murdered because Jade murdered her.
Oh yeah. Jade kicked her fucking ass. And that leads to the question of, did Bianca know about this? Was she involved in this?
There's so many theories, because if you go back and watch that video, when it's like released that it was Liv and Raquel, the camera cuts to Bianca, and Bianca like looks relieved that like it's not them and it's someone else. Like she's like her expression immediately changes, and it's like oh thank God.
So maybe it was Naomi and somebody else then.
It's just weird because Bianca wins.
Yeah.
So it's like, so Bianca's gonna be going doing stuff with Rhea or Io, or both. I don't know. So that obviously leads Naomi and Jade. So what is the story with this?
I don't know. I'm interested to find out. But glad to see Jade back. She looks fucking great. She did great. Like she literally just beat the shit out of Naomi, and she did a fucking great job at it. So the whole segment of that Elimination Chambers match was really fucking good. And I'm really happy to see Jade back. Overall, this match was pretty good.
Yeah.
Bianca hit Liv in the stomach with her braid, and it sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah.
It was probably the worst one to this date. Liv's stomach literally started bleeding.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, she has like a whole mark along her stomach.
This was after like me and Lissy were like, the hair thing is like old. Like when she uses it as a weapon, it's cool, but like. Oh, yeah. But, like, the hair thing, like, oh, let's tie her in the fucking cage with her hair. Like, oh, let's grab her hair. Like, it's old.
And I was like, I don't mind the weapon, the hair being used as a weapon, but yeah, I get that. And then literally, like, 10 minutes later,
yeah,
she, like, murders Liv Morgan with her hair. And I'm like, okay,
right,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, really good fucking match. I mean, I know you said you really weren't too happy with Bianca winning.
Yeah.
You thought it was Liv? You thought
I thought Liv was gonna win. I thought they were gonna continue the Rhea.
I don't
Liv
want them to continue the Rhea and Liv storyline. I think that can be settled for a while.
I thought that's what they were doing.
If we do Rhea and Bianca, honestly,
I understand doing Rhea and Bianca. It's literally the Rock and Austin of the women's division.
That's gonna be a great fucking match. But if it's gonna be Rhea and fucking Charlotte, I'm gonna be pissed because Charlotte's probably gonna fucking win.
Which is unfortunate.
Moving on to Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus defeated Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
I didn't watch a look at this match.
I didn't see this match either.
Sorry, Trish. Sorry, Tiffany. But they
good for Tiffany and Trish.
It's literally just for Trish to be competing in her hometown.
It's like
cool.
Trish Stratus and the newer Trish Stratus.
It's literally Trish Stratus's yearly run.
Yeah.
She has a 3-month run all the time.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to Kevin Owens defeating Sami Zayn via pinfall in the unsanctioned match.
These motherfuckers killed each other.
They did. They were getting a little kinky. Kevin Owens gave him a little kiss on the nose. They pulled out a fucking chair, a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire, which I'm here to see, and which you said they were talking about earlier. Happy to see that little bit of a not allude, but like homage to the death match between El Generico and Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Again, I don't really know why Sami Zayn decided to do the homage to El Generico.
Well, he's a fan of El Generico.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. And, like, obviously him and Kevin are really good friends, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like they really weren't giving Sami enough flowers in commentary because they were talking about Kevin Steen and El Generico, which, again, is fine. Like, yeah, Kevin Owens had a great run in, like, PWG and Ring of Honor and everything. But, like, they really didn't talk anything about Sami. So, I don't know.
So, and then after this match, Randy Orton returns.
I hear voices in my head.
He went to that special place. He was going to punt Kevin Owens' head. So that's the Mania feud for them.
Which is going to be fun.
What happens to Sami? Sami's the odd man out. Because, like, not to spoil anything, but, like, we got Cody and that guy.
Yeah, we got Cody and the winner of Elimination Chamber.
We got that weird triple threat between the three guys that love each other in a weird way with Paul Heyman. More than likely.
Well, they'll probably throw Sami on some sort of TV feud that's going to end up on fucking Mania.
Which is unfortunate.
It is.
Because, like, it's probably Karrion Kross, because he's been doing shit with Karrion Kross.
I think I've been hearing rumors that that's what they were projecting to do for Mania, was Sami and Karrion Kross.
What the fuck?
So, that sucks. But my poor guy, he doesn't even get his recognition on commentary, and now he's gonna have a shit fucking Mania match. So
Yeah.
poor Sammy. Moving on to the Elimination Chamber match for an undisputed WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 41. The winner of this match...
Wait, no, just read off the participants first. Who was in this match?
The winner of this match goes to face Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
Between these 5 men, it's either going to be... 6 men. It's either going to be Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth fucking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk.
Yes.
Or Jonathan Cena.
Maybe.
All of these men locked in a cage. Or not in a cage, and in little plexiglass boxes in this cage. CM Punk, his light is falling out. He can't see where he's going. And because he can't see anything, he lost to the man he wasn't able to see, John fucking Cena.
Okay, so this match was pretty fucking good from start to finish.
John fucking Cena.
This match was pretty good. It was probably one of like the best like recent chamber matches. From start to finish, it was really good. Punk eliminated Paul. We got that. Thank God. Priest eliminated Drew. It seems like I think that's a WrestleMania feud that they're going with is Priest and Drew.
Which, hey,
they kind of circled back to last year if you think about it. So
yeah, fuck it. Why not? That'll be a good match. Let's fuck it.
Seth Rollins was there.
Seth Rollins was there.
John Cena and CM Punk teamed up on Seth Rollins, and then it came down to Punk and Cena. They went to go shake hands. Punk hugged them. They fought. They did cool things. They did things to my body, and stuff and everything. And I just really love professional wrestling.
That's what happens when you're a growing boy.
And then something happened where Punk was trying to get out, and Seth Rollins curb stomped Punk. And the desperation of John Cena, of all people, kicks in, and he locks Punk in the STF, and Punk just goes to sleep.
He needs it. He has such bad eye bags.
He fell asleep. He passed out. John Cena is going to WrestleMania. Okay, so cool. It's John Cena versus Cody. All right. Pause this for a minute. I got pee before I talk about this.
Oh my goodness. He's going to the bathroom. He's getting excited.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so it's Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Cool. It's yesterday's face of yesterday's generation versus the face of today's generation. All right, cool. Cody comes out. All right, yeah, we need to do a face to face. That's what everyone does. I mean, I did it with Cheeks.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so they come out, shake hands and stuff, and then Fiend. Travis Scott comes out. Oh shit, business is about to pick up. Travis Scott's here. Cool. And then The Rock comes out. Ah, fuck. Why is Dwayne here?
And then he goes, you see these goosebumps? Fuck yeah.
So he gets in the ring. And he's about to fuck Cody.
He's grabbing that cheek. He's looking sensually.
He's like, I want you. I want your mind.
I want your body.
You got so uncomfortable when he said that. You queased.
Not even necessarily uncomfortable. It's just I don't know what the fuck The Rock is doing at this point, and I'm just like, man, okay, continue.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna talk about everything that happens, but then I'm gonna tell you how this was all viewed in our eyes and everything. So they do the whole Cody, will you give your soul to me?
Will you marry me, Cody Rhodes?
Pretty much. And Cody's like, oh.
Nah.
No. Pretty much. No, he was like, my soul belongs to these people, and the crowd fucking popped. Rock, go fuck yourself. People lose their shit. They didn't bleep it. He says, go fuck yourself. And they acknowledged it on Twitter and everything.
I go, what?
People are losing their minds. Cena's like, holy shit. They shake hands. Cody and Cena shake hands. Cena's facing The Rock.
Gives him a big ol' hug.
And the Rock holds up 2 fingers. and like does like this slit throat thing, and like Cena's like looking like a possessed fucking guy,
About to foam at the mouth.
and like everyone's like, oh my god, no fucking way, no way, no way. And then John Cena does the unthinkable. He kicks Cody Rhodes in the dick and turns heel.
John fucking Cena.
John Cena. WWE did the unthinkable. They turned John Cena heel. We're getting Cody versus Cena at Mania. Fucking great. John Cena's a heel. This was beautiful. All of this. I don't even give a fuck that Travis Scott's there.
I love the fact
doing
that he's
whatever.
because he's just chilling.
Like, I don't even give a fuck why he's there. It was perfect. Come on. Everyone has at least imagined once in their fucking, if you're a wrestling fan, what would a heel John Cena look like? There was supposed to be a thing he was supposed to turn heel years ago. What would that look like? This is something out of a video game. Like, what would it be? Our question finally got answered. We always wanted John Cena to turn heel. Everyone always wanted Cena to turn heel. He was always shoved down our throats. We were so over it. It was the same old shit. We wanted something different from John Cena. They never gave it to us. And now John comes back for this retirement tour. All of us are pretty much like, hell yeah, John Cena, nostalgia run, pretty much. That's what we want. We want him to go out on top, like the GOAT, all of that. He turns heel when we didn't want him to. And that's the most heelish thing he could have done. This was fucking perfect. This was beautiful. Fuck wrestling. Fuck this whole match. This match sucked. This was great.
No, the match was fine.
No, the match was great. The match was great. This was fucking beautiful. Lissy, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I think it's great overall. If I'm gonna be a little nitpicky, I think the beatdown, because they beat Cody down afterwards. I think the beatdown went off just a little bit too long, but
no, I think it was perfect.
It is what it is. That's just my thing. I like the touch of using Dusty's watch to beat Cody, like to bash Cody's head in. Really liked that. Here's the thing, right? Like, I was never a big John Cena person. I mean, I like John. I think everybody likes John, but I was never like a huge John Cena fan because I was so over John Cena for the longest time. I was like done with his shit. I was like, everyone, I mean, he's great, sure, whatever, but everyone fucking loves Cena, and I'm just tired of fucking seeing him. So I was very much in that group of, I need something different from this guy, and they've never given me anything different from this guy, but whatever. So I'm excited to see what sellout corporate John Cena is going to look like.
Yeah, this was really cool because, like I said on the fucking podcast last week, you can go back and listen to it. I said it's either going to be Punk or Cena. I wanted it to be Punk. I think it would have been cool if it was Punk. That's just me being biased. But I'm cool with the John Cena shit. Now.
Stop burping.
I'm sorry. I'm going to relay how this was viewed. So, Lissy had a bad night at work. I was also at work when this was happening. I was able to catch glimpses of like the two women's matches and everything in between that, and a little bit of the unsanctioned match. And then the store I work at was closing, so I was like, all right. The men's Elimination Chamber was just starting. Bryce texted me pretty much like, are you watching? And I was like, no, I'm watching on a delay, like at work or whatever. And then he's pretty much like, you won't believe what the fuck's happening right now. And I'm like, well, now I gotta fucking peek.
Yeah.
So I go on Peacock really quick, and I just see John Cena on top of Cody, beating the fuck out of a bloody Cody Rhodes. And I immediately close Peacock. I'm like, oh, no way. Like, I literally whispered to myself, I'm like, no way.
Oh my God, no way.
And then
no way.
Corey texting me going, what the fuck did I just watch? And like, I come home, I beat Lissy home, and I watched this on the couch, and I'm popping. I'm like, oh my God. And then Lissy gets home, and I'm like, All right, she explains like her day pretty much. I'm like, you got to watch this. This will cheer you up.
My day was so bad.
And then we went back and watched everything else. But it's hard to compare like this to Hogan because the Hogan one.
Oh my god! Continue talking.
The Hogan one. The Hogan.
Oh my god!
The cat was climbing the chair.
She was hanging upside down. Oh my god. Come here.
She's nuts, bro. Anyway, now that the cat's done being Jeff Hardy, what was I saying?
Hogan.
Oh, so the Hogan heel turn in 96 was big. The NWO, that was big for business. This is big too. It's hard to compare it. But I don't think this is like the Hogan one. Hogan needed it. Hogan needed it. He needed it because people were like, it was dead. Hulkamania was dead.
Hulkamania no longer runs wild.
He needed something new. We didn't need this, but I'm glad we did. This is like Andre turning. Mm-hmm. Andre was always a babyface until his final years, and he turned heel.
Yeah.
I think this obviously ends with Cena being a babyface again. It's John Cena. He's gonna have a great heel turn.
Yeah.
But I think it ends with him like turning babyface and walking off in the sunset. Mm-hmm. He can walk into his finals match as a heel, but after the match, some bullshit can happen where he delivers that one final attitude adjustment to like The Rock or some shit, and he's a babyface again, and that's how it's gonna end. John Cena needs to win at WrestleMania. He needs to beat Cody Rhodes, because why the fuck would you turn John Cena heel just for the hell of it?
Yeah.
He needs to win.
Unless his retirement tour ends at WrestleMania.
He needs to win. If he wants to do the full blow-in part-timer thing as a heel, great.
Works
cool.
well with him selling out.
Yeah, great. He's selling out. The whole story for the rest of the year is who can beat Cena. You can get those nostalgic feuds, Cena and Punk, but the roles are reversed. Cena's the heel, Punk's the face. Cena versus Orton, again, roles reversed. Orton's the face, Cena's the heel. Crazy. You can get that shit. You can do other shit in between there too. Cena faces Chad Gable or some shit.
I feel like this ends with Cena versus The Rock. I feel like, not to interrupt, I feel like, and I'm not even saying like, I don't think Cena drops the belt at his last match and retires. I think Cena gets fucked, and drops the belt, maybe like, what's the last pay-per-view of the year?
I don't know. They always bring up fucking shows and pay-per-views and shit.
Whatever the last pay-per-view of the year is, it's going to be Cena and Rock. And maybe at the pay-per-view before that, Cena gets fucked over and loses the belt. And that leads to a Cena and Rock feud where Cena turns face and he beats The Rock, and that's how he retires.
See, I feel like the retirement tour goes from January to December, but I feel like the fucking retirement tour should have went until WrestleMania of next year. Because you could have had Cena like lose the belt at the end of the year to someone.
Yeah. And
then the whole road to WrestleMania, so Rumble Chamber Mania, is a build with The Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the whole story for the rest of the year is who can stop Cena. And then I feel like at the end of the year, it has to be like an up and coming talent. I don't think it needs to be like Punk or Orton or something like that. It needs to be like an up and coming talent that Cena puts over, like Braun Breaker or Gunther, even.
Yeah, I think if it's not going to be like a new guy, it's probably going to be Gunther.
Yeah.
If it's not like a Braun Breaker, it's going to be a Gunther.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Or Cody gets the belt back for whatever fucking godforsaken reason.
That's like my big thing of like, what happens with Cody after this? If he loses the belt, what does he do?
Who knows?
What does he do?
He's probably going to go away for a while.
There's still like Punk and Cody that we need to do.
Yeah.
We're eventually going to get there.
That doesn't need the belt though.
And that honestly doesn't need the belt.
I think the whole thing with Cody after he comes back is he starts chasing back after that belt.
Cody comes back and it's like a downward spiral. Because
Cody turns heel. Yeah, no.
Why did no one come out and help Cody? Cody becomes paranoid. He has nobody. He went from having everyone in his corner at WrestleMania 40 to nobody. The only person that truly, really has his back is Roman, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because they have a truce.
And Roman was... Why the fuck wasn't Roman there? What's he doing right now?
Roman got murdered at Royal Rumble. Remember, he's out injured.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He got murdered.
Well, that's why he couldn't. He was murdered.
Yeah. He got murdered.
So no one was there to help him.
Yeah. But, like, no one else.
Yeah.
No one else. It's just... And, like, people...
Well, Sami Zayn been murdered, like, the match before.
Kevin Owens turned on Cody.
Seth Rollins been murdered. Well, I mean, Seth Rollins, I guess, could have came back out. But Seth was probably like, all right, look, I'm busy with Punk right now.
Seth respects Cody still.
No, they're boyfriends.
Yeah.
They're in love.
But he doesn't agree with it.
No.
He's like, Cody, you're in this toxic relationship. I don't agree with it, but if you're happy, then so be it, girlfriend.
I don't know. I think the sense was Cena versus Rock. And at the end of the year, if I'm right,
yeah,
you can tell me I was right.
Okay.
Lita, what did you think about Elimination Chamber?
She didn't give a fuck.
She did not care.
She did not care.
I think she was sleeping.
That was Elimination Chamber.
It sure was.
And that takes us to Lissy. What is your wrestler of the week?
Well, my wrestler of the week is someone we actually haven't talked about yet, which is a little surprising. But kind of keep it in the back of my head for just in case he's at one point. Someone who I miss very dearly. Someone who I wish I was seeing more of. Someone who I wish the best to at all given points and hope everything is going smoothly. And that is Asuka.
Okay.
So, I miss Asuka a lot. And I hope she's doing okay, because the last time I remember seeing of her, like, she was... she had like, what was it, surgery on her leg or something? She broke her leg or something?
Something like that.
And I think last time I saw she was in, like, a fucking wheelchair. I doubt she still is, but she's been gone for a while.
So, favorite... Or what's your introduction to Asuka?
When we started watching wrestling again when I started watching wrestling again back in 2020?
Yeah.
Is when we started. And I think maybe it was a little bit before that. But my first thing that I remember, which actually to this day is still one of my favorite matches, which is kind of a little silly, but I liked it because it was a little silly, was the Women's Money in the Bank match where Asuka won the Money in the Bank.
Okay, when they did it at the fucking...
At the headquarters.
Yeah, headquarters.
That was so fun and funny, and again, I don't know if that was my very first introduction to her, but that's what I can remember.
Ooh, speaking of weird, wacky matches, reminded me. I have to look on Max really quick. I think all the AEW pay-per-views are available on Max now.
Yippee!
So you can watch the football fuckery match.
Hell yeah. I just really liked when all the women were there and they were like, okay, wait, where's Asuka? And she was like all the way up at the top and she just jumped down on top of them and she's just fucking screaming. I don't know. I always really liked her. Ever since then I was just like, oh, this girl's fucking wacky. I love her. And then I would say one of my favorite Asuka moments is actually very soonly following suit to that. And I don't know, it's just something that like when I see it, because it does come back up.
They're all on here.
Hell yeah. When it does come back up, I'm just like...
Oh, just one is? There's only certain ones. Oh, it's all... It's all the Revolutions.
Oh, that makes sense. Maybe once the pay-per-views are hitting, they're going to start uploading all the old ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's all the Revolutions.
But one of my favorite Asuka moments is when she goes to cash in the Money in the Bank on Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch is like, open your briefcase, and the belt was in there.
You can watch I'm sorry. You can watch Dynamite from 2020 now.
That's cool.
Yeah, like the first couple of months.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But the belt was in the briefcase, and she's like, you go on to be a world champion while I go on to be a mother.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I think I remember hearing that Asuka actually legitimately did not know that that's what Becky was out there to say.
Yeah, no, she did not know.
So that whole reaction was genuine. And I don't know, it warms my heart a lot, because she was, like, so happy for her. So, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love the Kabuki Warriors. I like Kairi Sane, and I like watching Asuka and Kairi together. Asuka's presentation is just so fucking beautiful, so fucking phenomenal. Her fucking face makeup is great. Like the clown Asuka, or Kana, I guess is what was referred to was Kana.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
That's so fucking cool. I like the green makeup too. That was pretty fucking fun, but that's just like a whole new fucking level. I don't know. Overall, I really like her. And I need to go back and watch her stuff from Japan, because I don't think I've seen much of her stuff from Japan. I might have seen some clips of her and Kenny.
Okay.
Maybe that's something. Maybe I believe she went by Kana before she was in WWE. So maybe I'm mistaken that. But what would you say about Asuka?
Asuka's very underrated.
Yes.
And just very, like, underappreciated. She's really good. Her NXT stuff was good. I only seen, like, a little bit of her Japanese stuff, like her Japan stuff, so I don't know, like, much about it. But, like, from the stuff I saw in NXT, great.
I also need to go back and watch her NXT stuff, because I've seen clips here and there, but I do need to go back and watch
her reign as
that.
undefeated champion was fucking phenomenal.
She's so good.
And once she came up to the main roster, it's just been... bleh.
And it sucks, because, like, I don't know. I feel like she's had good matches, and she's had good moments and whatnot.
It started off good on the main roster, because she debuted and then she won the Women's Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went and faced Charlotte Flair and lost at Mania. It was meh. And that was her first loss.
Yeah.
It was just meh. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Asuka.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's very, very good. And I'm happy to see, like, Kairi back with her. Obviously, like, Kairi left and went back to Japan for a while, and then came back to WWE. And not to sound like a negative Nancy or anything, I mean, I'd like to see Asuka even go back to Japan a little bit and see what she can do there now.
Well, now they're doing, like, they send people over to, like, Noah and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
What, wasn't Io sent over to Japan for Noah, or am I mistaken that?
I could be wrong. I don't remember.
I think Io was sent somewhere.
Fucking Almost was there for a little bit too.
But I would say, like, current day wrestlers, like current day women's wrestlers, Asuka's got to be one of my favorites. She's just really fucking good, and I agree, she is definitely underappreciated. And I don't know, I'd like to even see Asuka, because she's been wrestling for so fucking long. I'd love to see her work with, like, it would be cool to see her go back down to NXT and work with the women's division down there, and work with, like, a lot of the up and coming, because, like, she's a well seasoned veteran. Sorry, I was about to say Dee Dee. Lita's fucking clawing at the fucking chair again, and she's looking like a crackhead. No, I don't know what you're thinking about on that shelf, but we are gonna move you. You are going this way, and you're going all the way over here. That's what you're doing. You are not touching that fucking shelf. Anyway, yes. So I'd like to see her go back down to NXT, even work with the women's division down there. That'd be really fun. So, anyway,
that's all
I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please go follow us on Instagram at Talkin Wrasslin Pod. Kind of skipped over a little bit, but we're just gonna go this way. So follow us on Instagram at Talkin Wrasslin Pod. That is TALKIN_WRASSLIN_POD. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, send this to your friends, your neighbors, send it to Asuka, send it to Triple H to let him know that I'm gonna be in his walls if I have to look at Logan Paul for 5 more fucking seconds. Jesus Christ, this cat's gonna give me fucking heartburn. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, you could find me on Twitter and Instagram at the same handle, which is Lungtar, LUNG_TAR. You can find me on Blue Sky at Lungtar, LUNG. It's either an underscore or a hyphen TAR. And on TikTok at Lungbucks, LUNG_BUCKS. Oh my god. She's fucking insane.
She's chasing her tail.
She's trying to chase you. Oh my god. Dylan, tell people where they can find you before the cat kills herself.
Oh my.
Get your fucking ass. She's in a box.
You can find me on Instagram at Dill_line_weaves_line DYL_line WEAVES_line. Same thing on Twitter now. I changed it, but no underscore lines. It's just Dill Weaves. I changed it. I made it easier. So yeah.
Don't follow me. Don't. Just don't. Just don't. It's pointless. Social media is dumb.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching.
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
And make sure your cats don't fucking destroy your apartment, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye, girl.